Do you think physical media is physical copies are really dying out? I'm starting to wonder if they're dying out. I just don't know if they are or not. Now I know that a lot of people are buying digital. It is so much convenient to buy digital copies because all you gotta do is just sit here on the couch and just hit a button. I get that, but if something ever was to go down, a lot of y'all folks out there, y'all would be really screwed because you couldn't play anything. And if the internet went down, you couldn't play anything anyway. The only thing you'd have is electricity. Anyway, the reason why I'm throwing this up is because I just got on here and I seen that this. I was just flipping through. I'm decided to take a walk or something, and I was looking. It says Sony is ending physical PS5 games. I think people are panicking, to tell you the truth, because honestly, I can't see Sony doing that because they're going to be cutting their own throat. I have grandkids that are no older than maybe 12, I think. I might have one that might be turning a teenager now, maybe. It's their generation that they're trying to pump into, but they have to get a job first. I mean, a lot of these kids are my kids' kids. You know what I mean? And so they have to get their parents to buy these games digital. And if the parents don't feel like going to the store, maybe this is what they're tapping into. Maybe they'll be like, all right, we'll download it. But if they ever come home, the internet's down, they can't play their games. I went to go visit my oldest son. And he said that, I said, where's the kids at? And he said, oh, they wanted to go home. Because he had just moved in his new home and he wanted me to come look at it. But he said he couldn't get the internet hooked up until the next week. He said his three kids, which is my three grandkids, got bored and wanted to go home. Why? It's because they could play their little internet on their little tablets. So I was like, damn. And he said, yeah, Dad, I just let them go home. They were bored. I was like, I said, wow. That's how much the internet's got these young kids. But to make a long story short, I'm always seeing stuff about physical copies dying out and stores phasing them out. And I get it because companies don't have to, they're cutting out a lot of that middle stuff. They don't have to print the disc. They don't have to make a nice little sleeve and stuff like that. But you know what gets me? And I'm speaking here from my point of view. I'm going to put up a video here tomorrow about two movies I just literally got that I didn't even know that was available. I don't know why I didn't think it was available, but it is available. And I'm getting it tomorrow. And I used to watch it a lot when I was with my boys' mom, when we were together. I was like, wow, man, that movie's available? You got Shout Factory, you got Criterion, you got all these, you got all these little, I get that the physical copy people are a niche market, but there's got to be a reason. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. And another thing too, you think Sony's going to put out the PS6 just so you think, okay, we're putting the PS6 out and you're going to buy our digital copies whether you like it or not. And that GTA 6 that you guys are all hyped up for, you're not getting the physical copy. You got to get it on digital. Now, I know some people might say, well, I'm going to get it digital anyway. Yeah, but there's some people that wants that a physical copy. But I think what they're going to do with that GTA 6, they're going to make it to where the disc won't be even playable because they'll have it to where you have to, I forgot how they do that. That's where they get you. Look, you guys, man, I done told y'all and I done told y'all again, buy these old systems. I don't care, buy an old system. I hope one day in the future, man, somebody that is like, how you get cars and you see an old classic car that's been built from the ground up. I hope there's a company that starts taking all these game systems and they build them from the ground up and sell them to people so they can have them. I don't care if they have to buy somebody. If somebody would cut into that market and be like, all right, you guys want to do that? We're going to start up companies where we know there's people, because yes, as old as I am, I don't know how long I'll last, but in the next 25 years, I could see, people just click. But what'll happen is, that internet goes down, you're pretty much screwed. Just like the other day, I got 357 games I mean, 357 movies in this house. 357 movies. That's not including, that's 357 physicals that you can put in your hand. That's not including the physicals that I got box set that's got each disc in there. See what I'm saying? So I was thinking the other day of I want to see Stranger Things season 5, right? So I was like, man, I thought Stranger Things season 5 is coming out, but Netflix is pretty smart. Netflix ain't, Stranger Things season 5 ain't coming out till 2025, probably around this time next year, and that's smart on them. I'll be like, y'all ain't gonna be watching that and binge watching it, and some of y'all gonna tap out because I said this year, I said I'm gonna watch Stranger Things season 5, and now I'm gonna get rid of my Netflix because I don't watch Netflix that much. I don't watch Peacock that much. I don't watch Hulu that much. I don't watch any of my streaming service that much. I'm sitting in this house right now contemplating on taking a short walk. It's a beautiful day outside. I just watered my flowers, man. I cleaned the kitty litter, took out the trash, my recyclables, man. God is good. But, you know, I just, why is it that I get on Amazon and I think about a movie I haven't had and I'm like, man, I'm going to get that movie. Just the other day, I wanted to get You're Next. I love that movie, You're Next. I got it, ordered it. I wanted to get Brotherhood of the Wolves. Now, a lot of people sit there, why you buy all that stuff when you can just watch it? When you could just use this little remote and you can click and it'll play. I get that. I think it's just pure laziness myself. Serious, pure laziness. But to each his own. You know what I mean? But if Sony does that, that'd be the dumbest thing for a company to do. Because as old as I am, there's people 10, 15, 20 years younger than me. And they still like collecting physical copies. My biggest problem with physical copies right now is the fact that this guy, he's an engineer. He's 37. And he's got 3 boys. It reminds me of myself when I was younger, but he's just different. And he said, and Chuck says, a lot of times, Chuck's all digital. He just all Mr. Digital. That's fine, whatever. He's my friend. That's what he wants to do. But I know that the physical copies that you get now, which these new games, these companies are making to where when you insert the disc, you only get 3/4 of the game and the rest of it's got to be, I forgot how it goes. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't think that's healthy. Where before, all these old systems like the PS3 and really the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox 360, all those discs, the games are on the disc. Y'all, go out there and buy them old systems, man. I'm telling you, man. Go out there and buy them old systems. Because what these companies going to do, man, until y'all die out. That's what they're doing. They said, well, these people die out, but the same people that's pushing that, they're going to be dying out too. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there going, well, these people will be dying out in the next 10 to 15, 20 years, and we can get this digital thing going. Okay, but you're cutting your throat as we speak. You guys, buy these old systems, man. Buy these old systems, man, because I'm telling you, man, I could play my PS3 and my Xbox 360, man, and I mean, go out and get you an old system. Go out and find you some games that you purely enjoy. Find out through the internet. Most of y'all love that internet. I ain't a big internet guy. I'm late to the show with all this technology. If it wasn't for my kids, I probably would never have an internet or a laptop or computer. I'm glad I learned all that stuff, though. It's really user-friendly now compared to back in the day. But, I don't know, you guys. I really would go out and I would go out and buy an old game system, man. They are out there, man. I gobble them up. It's stuff like this that just, when I see stuff like this, I just like, Why? What is another one I just seen? Uh, there's another one. This guy was talking about uh, Sony Blu-ray demise has been greatly exaggerated. So this guy was talking about that what they were talking about. Sony's Blu-ray demise has been greatly exaggerated. Now he's talking about Blu-rays. This other guy was talking about Sony's talking about going off. I mean, you're sitting there telling your customers that you have right now, knowing daggone well that you got half the people still on the PS4 system. They ain't even crossed over to the PS5. So why would you want to bring out the PS6, which, oh Lord, wow. And then you're going to sit there and tell your customers that are giving you the money to, you're saying you're going to go all digital. Man, screw you. I ain't going all digital. I ain't got to go all digital. I'll just keep my old game systems because I got a lot of games I ain't even played. I got people here with my little 500 subscribers, but you got some people that got a bazillion subscribers. There's a lot of people out there that says they got games in their backlog they have not even played or platinum, or they want to play them over. Man, just like when you buy movies you know you're going to watch. Don't just fill up the house full of movies you won't have nowhere else to put them. But I don't know, you guys. I'm just talking off the riff. You're gonna bring out the PS6, but yeah, you're gonna make GT6. I just seen my boy yesterday, and he said he's gonna buy that regardless. He's gonna be hyped up. And yes, I do know a lot of people will buy that digitally. I know. I don't get it. I just don't get it because you got people like me. And a lot of people like me that still plays the PS3, that still prefers the old games. You can't. I just seen yesterday, this guy said that Sony is trying to get the PS3 games to run on PS5 because that system that they ran those games on is hard to get those games to run on any system because of the way that PS3 was built. And yet you're not going to go out and buy a PS3 or you don't want to own one? It's insane. It's insane to me because you're sitting there, you want to play a PS3 game, but you want to play it on the PS5. When you can go out here and get a secondary PS3 from somebody, eBay or whatever, and just pop the disc in. But yet Sony's like, well, because Sony wants to jack up the PS Plus subscriber base, which is smart. I get that. There's just a lot of stuff I see just don't make sense to me. I say 25, 30 years. Okay, my oldest granddaughter is 12 or 13 years old. By the time she gets in the work market, it'll be another 16. That's 3 years. And by the time she starts wanting to do her own damn thing, kids grow up quick. She probably be 21, 23 years old for her group to even get out in the workforce and have their own thing. And because you're developing people to our younger group to be hooked to the internet. You already got people that I call human zombies. I mean, we got zombies out here. You don't even have to make a movie about zombies. All you gotta do is make a movie about people staring at the phone. They're already a zombie. You can't even, people just walk with their head down, man, just staring at the phone. So all these people are being brought up on digital. They're being brought up on the internet. I just told you, my son, I went over to see my son on Friday. His kids weren't even there because they wanted to go home because he moved into a new house. And I went to go see him. He's happy, don't get me wrong. But I said, where's the kids at? He goes, they went home, Dad. I couldn't get the internet on until they can't. They couldn't get the internet till next week. And they were bored because none of their stuff worked. So, I'm just saying, you guys, again, I don't know how these new games are because, look, I'm going to tell you straight off the rip. I thank God that I ain't got that problem. I thank God I ain't got that problem where I got to sit there and I want to play a new game, which I don't. The only thing I want to play is Astrobot when it comes out because it's a fun game. But yet, even the new games, you can't just get a new game and have the whole game on the disc because these companies got something that they want to cahoots with each other to try to make it to where, well, they can only put party game. Because when we put the party game in, they have to use the internet and all the stuff that we got intertwined even to make it play. See? Yeah. That way we can force them to go get, physical, digital. But what's going to happen is some of these people are going to just say, you know what? I'm out. I'm out. I'm out because there's a ton of people that has a backlog of stuff that they have yet to play. There's so many games that people have not beat. I don't care what anybody tell you, they ain't beat every game they had. So anyway, I just wanted to share that, because I just the other day I was just sitting there going, man, every time I want a movie that is near dear to my heart, because I'm thinking about turning off all the movies because streaming service, because I get tired of these commercials. I don't get into commercials they have on there. I can't stop seeing two men together kissing, and we want to have a baby. Two women together saying we want to have a baby. You got to have a man, you got to have a woman to have a baby. It's just the way God made it. I get tired of seeing people do this thing with the Pride Month and all that kind of stuff. God bless those people, seriously. I just can't get into it, and I get tired of looking at it. So I was telling, I was at church today, and I was saying, man, I'm really thinking about getting rid of all my streaming services because I can't stop seeing stuff. Where with me, I can control what I see, because I got all my stuff on these movies, and if I got stuff that's inserted on some of these movies, some of them, 95% of my movies don't have that in there, and it may be a small percentage of it. Like I got Last of Us. I don't watch Last of Us. I got Last of Us season from HBO Max. I don't watch episode 3. I never watch episode 3. You know what I do? I watch Last of Us on HBO. I watch episode 1 and episode 2, and then I skip to episode 4 because I insert the game part, and then I skip to 4. If they would have put the game part in there and spent the money and put that in there instead of putting that nasty stuff they put in that season 3, people would have been blown away, but they didn't want to spend the money. Apparently they want to tell a different story. That's just so silly. But anyway, God bless those guys, because man, I don't really dislike those people or anything. It's just, damn, man, I get tired of seeing it. Man, come on. But anyway, I got all these movies, man. I got all these games. I got games I ain't even beat. I got games still in its plastic I ain't even opened up. So if these companies want to go that route, have at it. I still say people that are 15, 20, 25 years younger than me, they're not going to play that crap. They're not going to play that crap unless they just to the point where it's like, I want to play that GTA 6. But here's the problem with that GTA 6. Let's say, now watch this and listen to this closely. Let's say they sell, I know this is crazy, let's say they sell 100 copies, 100 million copies of GTA 6 at $70. I'm just using that as a number. 100 million copies sold at $70. So it's like $73 and so much cent. You know how much money that is? That's a lot. Now, if you want to sit there and be a dumbass and be a company and get cocky and think that you want to cut into your own profit, now where I'm going with this is like, oh, we're going to only make this for the PS5 and the PS6. But you got half the people that still plays the PS4. It's dumb. It's dumb. So go ahead. Be cocky. Go ahead. Be cocky, companies. So I always tell you people, man, you guys should start voting with your wallet. Take those plastic cards that you love to swipe and those dollar bills that are in your pocket and shove it back in your pocket. Put the card back into your little black cases that most men carry these days. Keep them in there. Be like, I ain't buying that, man. I don't want to be, I don't have nothing to do with that, man. Screw them. They got more money than I do anyway. So since they want to be so cocky, I'm not going to spend the money. You can vote with your wallet and you can put these companies in its place, because we are the ones that's the reason why they are making money. It's because we spend money on them. Now they want to get cocky? I don't know, man. God bless, take care, and we'll catch you next video. We'll see you.